This white tiger was captured by poachers and left to die in a deep ditch. Her tiny baby cub watched helplessly while she struggled to get out. But when the brave little kitten jumped into action, an elite team of park rangers were forced to carry out one of the most daring rescue missions of their lives. This incredible rescue operation was caught on camera and is one of the most exciting and emotional animal rescue operations ever seen. It was a normal day at the national park until they got an urgent call. A local resident had spotted a white tiger struggling to free itself from a deep ditch near a village. The tiger was stuck in a small pool of water at the bottom of the ditch and was clearly distressed. The resident immediately contacted the park authorities, who quickly dispatched a team of elite rangers to the scene. When the rangers arrived at the scene, they realized that the situation was more critical than they had first thought. The tiger was in a very precarious position and was at risk of drowning. The animal's life was literally hanging in the balance, and the rangers knew that they had to act fast to save it. The tiger was also a majestic white variant, making the situation even more urgent. White tigers are already an endangered species with only a few hundred left in the wild, and this beautiful animal could be the difference between the survival of its species and its extinction. The rescue operation was made even more challenging by the fact that the ditch was very deep and narrow, making it difficult for the rangers to access the stranded tiger. However, despite the difficulties, the rangers were determined to save the animal no matter the cost. They deployed all available resources, including specialized equipment and vehicles, to try and reach the tiger. But the animal was so deep in the ditch that even this wasn't enough. As the situation grew more desperate, the rangers decided to use a tranquilizer gun to sedate the tiger. This was a risky move, as it meant that they would have to get very close to the animal in order to administer the sedative. But it was the only option they had if they wanted to save the tiger's life. One of the rangers slowly approached the tiger, trying to keep calm and avoid making any sudden movements that could scare the animal. As he got closer, he could see the fear and pain in the tiger's eyes. It was clear that the tiger was terrified and in a lot of distress, but the ranger knew that he had to stay focused on the task at hand. Finally, he was close enough to fire the tranquilizer gun. The dart hit its mark, and the tiger slowly began to calm down. This was the first step in a long and difficult rescue process. Now that the tiger was sedated, the rangers could begin the process of extracting it from the ditch. This was easier said than done, however, as the ditch was so narrow that there was very little space to maneuver. The rangers worked together, using ropes and pulleys to pull the tiger out of the ditch little by little. It was a slow and arduous process, but finally, after what felt like hours, the tiger was free. Once the tiger was out of the ditch, the rangers quickly set to work on their next mission, getting the animal to safety. They knew that the tiger could wake up at any moment, and they needed to get it away from the danger zone before that happened. The rangers loaded the unconscious tiger onto a stretcher and carried it as fast as they could to a nearby clinic. The entire team was exhausted, but they knew that they had to get the tiger to the clinic as soon as possible so that it could receive medical attention. At the clinic, a team of vets and animal experts rushed to attend to the tiger. They checked its vital signs and administered fluids and pain medication. The tiger was severely dehydrated and in a lot of pain, but the medical team was able to stabilize it and bring it back to health. Once the tiger was feeling better, it was transferred to a wildlife sanctuary where it could live out the rest of its days in peace. But this incredible story doesn't end there. The reason why the rangers were called to this incident in the first place was because of a brave young boy named Armin. While walking home from school, Armin saw a white tiger struggling in a nearby ditch. He quickly understood that the tiger was trapped and needed help. Without hesitation, Armin ran to the nearest village and alerted the locals. The villagers then contacted the park authorities, which ultimately led to the rescue operation. Armin's quick thinking and bravery saved the tiger's life. In recognition of his heroic actions, Armin was awarded the title of Junior Ranger by the park authorities. He was presented with a certificate and a medal in a special ceremony that was attended by the entire village. Armin's story is an example to us all. He showed incredible courage and compassion in helping an animal in need. His actions remind us that we all have the ability to make a difference in the world, no matter how young we are. The white tiger, which has been named Ronnie, is now an ambassador for her species. She travels around the country, appearing at schools and other events to raise awareness about the plight of tigers and the importance of protecting them. Ronnie's story has inspired people all over the country, and she is helping them make a real difference in the fight to save tigers from extinction. One of the things that makes Ronnie's story so inspiring is the fact that white tigers are such rare creatures. There are only an estimated 400 white tigers left in the wild today. This is due to a number of factors, including poaching, habitat loss, and human conflict. White tigers are particularly vulnerable because they are often targeted by poachers for their beautiful fur. This is why Ronnie's rescuers were so determined to save her life. They knew that she was not just an ordinary tiger, but a rare and endangered creature that could help save her species. Another thing that makes Ronnie's story so inspiring is the fact that she was able to overcome such a traumatic experience. Being trapped in a ditch for so long and then being sedated and transported to a clinic would be a terrifying ordeal for anyone, but Ronnie was able to come out of this experience stronger and more resilient than ever before. Today, she is a happy and healthy tiger who is living a life of luxury at her wildlife sanctuary. She gets to roam around on a large piece of land where she can hunt, play, and live like a true tiger. She also receives regular medical checkups and care from the sanctuary staff, who are dedicated to making sure she lives a long and happy life, despite all of the trauma she has endured. Ronnie is still a kind and gentle creature who is always curious and eager to explore. This is evident in the many videos and pictures of her that have been shared by the sanctuary staff. In one video, for example, Ronnie can be seen swimming in a pool and enjoying a tasty meal of chicken. In another video, she can be seen playing with a ball and showing off her amazing agility and grace. These videos and pictures show that Ronnie is not just a survivor, but a happy and thriving animal who is living a life that is full of joy and wonder. Despite all the progress that has been made in protecting tigers, these magnificent creatures are still facing a number of threats. That's why organizations like Wildlife SOS are so important. They are working tirelessly to rescue, rehabilitate, and release injured and sick tigers back into the wild. They are also working to raise awareness about the plight of tigers and to get people involved in conservation efforts. If you want to help make a difference in the life of a tiger, then please consider donating to an organization like Wildlife SOS. Your donation will go towards providing food, medical care, and protection for tigers in need. You can also help by spreading the word about tigers and their importance to our ecosystem. By educating others about tigers, we can create a sense of urgency and inspire action to protect these animals. In conclusion, Ronnie's story is an inspiring testament to the power of compassion and the importance of protecting endangered species. From her miraculous rescue to her new life as an ambassador for tigers everywhere, Ronnie's story reminds us that even in the darkest of times, hope can prevail. So let's all take a page out of Ronnie's book and strive to be compassionate, resilient, and courageous in the face of adversity. Who knows? We might just change the world for the better, one act of kindness at a time. Thank you for watching this video. We appreciate your support and look forward to bringing you more amazing content in the future. If you haven't already, please consider subscribing to our channel so you never miss out on any of our latest updates. And be sure to give this video a like if you enjoyed it and share it with your friends and family. We love hearing from our viewers, so feel free to leave a comment below with your thoughts or suggestions for future videos. We value your feedback and are always striving to improve. Thanks again for watching, and we'll see you next time.